This is Jacqueline Watson, and I'm usually not the one who's doing the intro, but I'm happy to do it right now because I get to introduce my law partner, my very good friend, my friend of many, many years, and someone who's made this last few years of my immigration practice some of the best I feel like I've ever had. And I am super happy and super proud to introduce Jennifer Walker Gates. Our namesake of Walker Gates Vela, the first and probably best part of Walker Gates Vela.
Thank you.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jen. So we are, I have the honor of interviewing you so people can understand a little bit of your background and know where you're from. So Jen, where are you from?
I am from Austin. I am a native daughter of Austin, Texas, which there aren't very many of us here anymore. But yeah, I was born here. I was raised very close by in the Hill Country. And then I came back here for undergraduate study at the University of Texas. I also went to law school there, and I've been here basically my whole life, with the exception of a little time that I've spent in Mexico. And then I spent 1 year teaching school in Houston before I went to law school.
Excellent. And so you answered my next question, where you went to school. That was going to be my next question. Where did you study undergraduate and law school?
Baby, all of us partners at Walker Gates Vela.
Proud Longhorns.
Proud Longhorns.
And how long have you been practicing law?
I've been practicing as a licensed attorney since 2005, always exclusively immigration law. I've not done anything else.
And why did you choose immigration law? Why did you choose to practice immigration law?
Well, before I went to law school, I spent a lot of time traveling and working in Latin America, and specifically with organizations that were doing human rights work. So I had a lot of interest in human rights work. I also had a lot of kind of firsthand visibility into the conditions that were driving immigration. And I felt like called to really do what I could to help people who needed to be able to come here to live and work safely, to be able to provide for their families. I really fell in love with Mexican culture in particular, and all of Latin America, and the way that the culture is very family-centered, very loving and warm and welcoming in many cases. And so I wanted to do what I could to ensure that that kind of warmth and welcoming embrace was returned to individuals who were coming here to seek safety and opportunity.
Lovely.
Thank you.
And in your practice of immigration law, what is your proudest moment, or what are your proudest moments when in your career?
I think one of my proudest moments has to be, you know, having had the opportunity to work with American Gateways. Actually, I had the opportunity to work with them on their board of directors, as the chair of their board of directors for a time. And that is an organization, that's the organization that really first inspired me to become an immigration lawyer. And, you know, their impact is so enormous in this area of the law and in this area of the country for so many immigrants. And I think one of my proudest accomplishments for sure is having had the opportunity to serve that organization as the chair of its board.
I'm happy to hear that, because I used to work there many, many years ago.
So many great attorneys came out of that organization, and so many great attorneys still work there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what cases, what kind of cases do you take in your practice? What are your specialties?
I take a lot of different kinds of cases. I do not typically handle business immigration, as you know, and as you mentioned for yourself. That is something that in the future perhaps we'll incorporate into our firm, but at this time we focus on reuniting families and helping people who need legal status, who don't have it yet, get legal status. And so we work with individuals and families rather than businesses. But I handle, in particular, U visas are a specialty of mine, cases involving survivors of violence, violent crime and domestic violence, human trafficking. I'm also getting a lot more experienced in the federal litigation side of things, thanks to the Trump administration. That's something that I've really had some, the opportunity to get more experienced with, and I really enjoy. So yeah, but I also do like lots of just family cases, spousal cases, anything that involves a family petition or an individual kind of humanitarian type case.
Yeah, and I just thought of something that I didn't mention, and you didn't mention either, but we also do, we have a lot of expertise in military cases as well. We've done a lot of cases for military and veterans.
Yes, I have. I'm very active with the AILA Military Assistance Program, so I regularly do cases with them helping military, active duty military, as well as veterans and families of active duty and veteran soldiers.
And what's your favorite part of practicing immigration law, of your work?
I think that my favorite part has to be the reuniting families. When people have been separated for a long time from, and that may take the form of, someone arriving that's been outside the United States, or someone who's here who's been unable to travel because they didn't have lawful status, finally being able to go abroad and see family that they had to leave behind, or bringing a child that they had to leave. Those are the moments that are my favorite for me. Those are the moments that are most meaningful, I think, for me to witness and just to know, that it's just made such a difference in those people's lives.
Jen, is there anything else you'd like people to know about yourself, about our office? I want people to know that we are really interested in, helping as many immigrants as possible. That, I think all of us share a fundamental belief in the goodness of immigration and the benefit of it to our communities and our country. I feel very strongly that it is a huge driver of the economy that we have. It's a huge component of what makes our culture vital. And it is such an important, it's such an important thing for us just as a country to continue to encourage. So I want, people to know that we stand ready to help with anything that you may need. If you need to try to get legal status, if you need to try to understand your rights, if you need to try to understand how to protect yourself from deportation, we're here for you. And we want to encourage everyone to reach out to us for those kinds of assistance. Excellent. And the points you make are not just your belief, they're demonstrable facts. Immigrants benefit the United States in so many ways. Jen, thanks. We'll talk to you soon. And thanks for chatting with me and letting everybody know a little bit more about you, the brains behind you.
Thank you so much, Jackie.
See ya.
Talk to you soon.